Welcome to Lifestyles with Terry Lynn. Today I'm going to make Swedish meatballs. I haven't found the recipe or the source of the recipe yet. I wrote it down years ago, so I was searching online. Natasha Kitchen comes very close. She does use ground beef and ground pork both. Now I'm not going to use neither. I'm going to use very lean ground turkey. So let's get started. First step is to gather all your ingredients together to mix with your ground meat. Salt, pepper, parsley, garlic powder, allspice, and nutmeg. 1 egg, 1/4 cup of panko breadcrumbs, or you can use cracker crumbs like I did. Just crumble them up in your hands, just smash them up, and 1/4 cup of onion. Now I'll tell you the exact measurements as we go along for the spices and seasonings. Next step is to pre-measure all of your seasonings. See, parsley, we need 1 tablespoon. This is a tablespoon. And put them into a little ramekin or a little bowl. If you have fresh parsley from the garden or something, please use it. It will be much fresher and probably healthier too, but I just had the spice. Okay, then allspice. Let's see, how much allspice is that? 1/4 teaspoon. What's the next one? Nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon. I'm going to use a little bit less because I'm going to use a little extra garlic because I want to use these meatballs for a couple Italian dishes also. So they're just going to have a very light nutmeg taste. So I am changing this up a little bit. That's me. Okay, what's the next spice here? Actually, it's not a spice, it's a seasoning. Garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon. Just mix them all together. You're going to put them in with the meat. 1/8 teaspoon of pepper. Just 1/2. Okay. And then salt, 1/2 teaspoon. So have your little measuring spoons nearby to use. Just being prepared really saves time later on. Then you just mix your little seasonings together in that little ramekin or bowl, and you're ready to go. So you got it down to 3 containers you can use to put in with your 3 containers of ingredients, and then you have an egg to put in with your ground meat. That will be the next step. Now we're going to mix the ingredients. We have a pound of ground meat in a medium-sized bowl. So we're going to break the egg and put it in there. We're going to mix that together. And make sure you're near the sink or you have some paper towels or an old towel to wipe your hands on. So I'm near the sink. So already I got egg on my hands, so I had to wash them already. You'll be doing a lot of hand washing for sanitary purposes when you mess with eggs and raw meat. Just mix that together real good. You know, kind of beat your egg up a little bit. You could beat it in a separate bowl if you want, but I chose to put the eggshell in the separate bowl. So just mix it up real good with the meat. And break it to the side, beat the egg to the side if you like. That will be fine. Okay, go ahead and add your spices. Go ahead and add your onion. It was chopped onion I chopped previously. I'm going to add a little extra garlic powder. Yeah. My husband likes that garlic flavor. All right then, I'm going to mix this together. Then I'm going to add the cracker or panko crumbs. Okay. Mix it together real well. You really don't have to touch it yet. You really don't have to touch the meat yet. Mix it together really well. Okay, that takes a little time to mix up before you add the breadcrumbs. Now you add your cracker crumbs or breadcrumbs, panko breadcrumbs, and mix them in with the meat mixture. Okay, I'm going to mix that in there really good. Then we're going to start making our meatballs. And we've got to use our hands, but if you have cooking gloves, please use them. I need to get some myself. I'm putting in an order for Walmart for a few items. Anyway, I'll put that on the list. I always like to spray my pan. So you want to get your pan ready now, because you're going to be making those meatballs and putting them in the pan real soon here. The recipe calls for 1 tablespoon of butter or margarine and a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil to cook in your pan when you put the meatballs in there. So you'll get that ready ahead of time. I'm not going to turn the burner on, but I'm going to measure the olive oil out so I don't use too much. I have a habit of doing that. There we go. I'm going to get all that off there. And then margarine or butter. And we'll just let that sit. Now we're going to work with our meatballs. Before we get started, have some paper towels nearby, and put 3 wet paper towels here so I can wet my hands first and then dry them off. In case you get interrupted and you have to walk away from the mixture. Heated up the oil and the butter, or the margarine, and I'm getting ready to spoon these meatballs. It's too sticky to work with, and I don't understand it. I've never had this problem before with the ground turkey. Turn it on the lowest temperature flame, the lowest flame, on as low as it will go. And I'm not going to touch this. This is a mess. I don't know why it's so sticky, but you can do it this way also. You can just scoop them on there. They'll be Rustic Swedish Meatballs. I just move with the flow. I've made these before, and this mixture was not this sticky. Now, anyone that has been on my channel any length of time knows that I am a flexitarian, and I'm not really into meat as much as other people. And I don't want to mess with this. So it's going to be spooned on like dumplings. So there's nothing wrong with that, changing things up every once in a while. But if you have ground beef and ground pork, or because you can combine them evenly and into one, mixture to make your meatballs, then you will be able to roll them with your hands. But this, for some reason, this ground turkey is very sticky, and I don't have cooking gloves, so I'm just going to mix it this way. Now, I might use my hand a little bit there. They don't have to look perfect. You're probably going to put them in gravy or sauce anyway. Okay. But on my channel, I do a lot of improvising. And that's what life is all about. Moving with the flow. Because things happen. Hey, there we go. I mixed it up really good, but it is so sticky. I just think I'm going to spoon it. I'm getting ready. These are going to be larger meatballs than what I planned. Okay. But this is a lot of fun. I don't mind doing it this way. This is how I do all of my patties, like my salmon patties and such. So I'm going to work with this for a little while, and you'll see me in just a second or two. Now you brown them for several minutes on one side, then you turn it over on the other side, and just kind of work with it. Okay, you got to turn up your flame now. This meat was greasier than it normally is. Now this came from Aldi, so usually Aldi's fine with this ground turkey. We've been buying it for years, for several years now. So maybe some people would have worked with it, but I just chose to spoon it out like you would drop biscuits. I think it'll be just fine. Now turn down your flame a little bit if I had it too high and it splattered on me. Okay, so you can start turning them over. See? To each side. Total time will be several minutes, but you'll be turning them over. Yeah. Some are cooking faster than the others. Don't know why. This is a new stove. It's not crooked or anything. You can kind of shape them with that. Work with them a little bit. They're going to be called Rustic Swedish Meatballs. So you need to get creative with your titles if you work on YouTube too and you have your own channel. So they're cute. You could even make a meatloaf from this, I betcha. And we'll try to make the sauce. We'll see how it goes. I'm really good at making gravies and sauces, so I'll try to follow the recipe and not improvise. I'm getting ready to turn this one over. There we go. That one's nice and brown. Okay. This didn't get very brown. So if you see, like, it's frying more in the middle, and there, put your meatball in there, that one didn't get fried enough yet. So just kind of work with it. It's actually a lot of fun. Mmm, smells good. You can use a screen if you have one of these, a pan screen to catch the grease, because it is flying a little bit there. But I've got it turned to medium. So I'm gonna check those meatballs. I'm getting ready to check them. I'm just gonna turn this over. I want them to get, okay, that one needs to be browner on that side. This is fun. I really enjoy making meatballs. Now, normally they're rounder than this because I can roll them with my hands, but it just felt so greasy to me. I am moving in the direction. I'm not going to be I don't think I'll ever be a vegan, but I'm kind of moving in. I'm definitely a flexitarian now. There we go. This is a lot of fun. Rustic Swedish meatballs. Okay. All right, these have cooked long enough. These are the ones I'm going to put in the sauce that I'm going to make. So I'm going to take these off and put them on the platter. I'm going to get some flour to put on my hands and see if we can roll the rest of the meatballs the prim and proper way. Okay. But I know if you're using ground beef and ground pork that you'll be able to roll them without getting a lot of grease on your hands. All right, let's use some flour on my hands and start rolling these. Yeah, that's much better. Still a little greasy. Okay. And on the flour, I'm going to throw away. That's in this bowl, of course, after I'm done. That's why I didn't grab very much. So I think this will work out better. And my hands on that doing. See what's going on in the stove there. Yep, they're going to cook for a little while and we'll turn them over. Now you see I turned them on the other side. This does change the coloring a little bit because of the flour, but they roll beautifully. Yes. So if you use ground turkey that's a little on the greasy side, please use flour and then throw it out afterwards. What's in the bowl. I'm going to throw that out. I'm a very sanitary person. Yes, indeedy-doody. We'll be making that gravy soon. I may just give it a shot. Now I'm going to try a little meatball, just a little section of it. I got clean hands. Here's what it looks like. Greasy hands. I'll be right back. Wait. Okay. I'm very particular about my hands being clean. They're good. That's just like they always do. Yeah. It almost has a sausage flavor, but that ground turkey does have a little bit of a sausage flavor. But it's not sausage. It's a healthier, leaner meat. Yes, indeed. Except for this was greasier than usual. I don't know why. But these look like they're done to me. I'm turning off the flame for now. And then I'm going to look up see what I need for the sauce, the Swedish meatball gravy. I'm going to put them over here on this platter with the other ones, but side by side. But the ones that are piled up here, the ones I made before, they're very rustic. Those are the ones that are going in the sauce I'm going to make. All right then. Let's find out what those ingredients are for the sauce. Here's the ingredients to make the sauce or gravy. We have 1.5 tablespoons of flour. We have 1/2 cup of milk or cream, that's milk. A cup of water, 2.5 tablespoons of butter or margarine. Let's see what else. A little mustard. And I need this bouillon powdered form bouillon, beef bouillon, to go into the water because I don't have beef broth. I have to make my own beef broth. Okay then. Also need a little Worcestershire sauce. Yummy. The rolled meatballs that I made are going to be for the spaghetti sauce. We're going to put those in the refrigerator. Stay. These be 3 days. If you're making this Swedish meatball dish for a dinner party, you need to cover this with aluminum foil. The recipe said to do that, but it wasn't necessary for me to do it because this is going to be warmed up another time. Like I said, my husband warms up his dinner in the microwave later on in the evening. That's the way he prefers to do it. Okay, let's make the sauce. In the same pan that you made the meatballs in. Just cook your butter or margarine in the pan. And we'll be adding flour and we'll be whisking it to make the gravy. Okay, here's the flour. Should steam up. I need to turn it up a little bit. And there we go. Gradually add your water. And I got to add beef bouillon, remember? But this will have some flavor from the meat in the pan. Okay, start adding some more water. Until you add the rest of the water. I thought I could do it when I was younger, but I learned over time. And I'm going to be adding some other ingredients here. Now add your milk or cream gradually and stir it in. I'm doing this with the left hand. Back in a second. All right then. Half a tablespoon of Worcestershire. I don't know. Yeah, half a teaspoon of mustard. I'm not going to measure that. I don't want to do now. Now I'm going to give this gravy a taste test. I'm going to put it in this little ramekin and try it. It tastes pretty good. I think it does a little, just a tad more mustard. I wish it was Dijon. It probably would have had better flavor. But it's good. It's good. I'm going to stir that a little bit more. It just tasted like it needed a little more pepper and a little more, just a little bit more salt. I think that would do. Add in your meatballs to your gravy or sauce, whatever you call it. Spread them around, put gravy over them, and voila, here you have it. Let me make it look better before yeah, of course you can have a prettier presentation when you put it on the platter. But this seemed like a large pan because this is only half a recipe of the gravy, okay? Because I'm going to use the other meatballs that I made for that Italian dish, a couple Italian dishes for my husband. So here it is. Swedish meatballs. Fresh parsley would be amazing on this. Can you see it? I'll probably do scallions. My husband loves him some scallions. I got ambitious and I'm chopping up some scallions to put on the Swedish meatballs because I don't have fresh parsley. My husband said he likes scallions better anyway. He just walked in here to fix his breakfast. We're kind of in each other's ways. Way or ways? One of those. We're in each other's way. Now I'm going to put the scallions over the Swedish meatballs. Oh, I lost them. And onion. Oh, well. There we go. Make it look pretty. Very flavorful. These are very flavorful. And that gravy, you can taste the mustard, but it's darn good. And it's got milk, or you can use cream. Cream would probably be really good. I never buy cream, but I may start buying cream for my cooking. There it is, Swedish meatballs with that wonderful gravy sauce. Here's another look, very close up. They turned out really well. My husband would just love them. Thanks for cooking with me today. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. God bless each and every one of you. I'll see you on the next one. Good Lord willing. One more thing before I leave completely. Swedish meatballs are good over a bed of white rice or noodles. You can serve them with potatoes also. All right then. See y'all later.